Welcome to the channel. I am Ladewaybac, and today, to finish my week with Happy Chaos, I'm going to show you what I've learned and how to win with this character. Now, Happy Chaos has some, regular movement options. He can do his double jump, he has a regular speed when running, he has a very quick backstep, so there's that. And also, his gun. Now, his gun uses bullets, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen, and also uses concentration, which is that bluish teal line there. Yeah, blue. So shooting your gun not only uses the bullets, but it also uses concentration. So you'll have to pay attention to those while you're fighting with Happy Chaos. Now, the cool thing about the gun is, well, it does take over your heavy slash button. So whether you're jumping or doing any kind of action, it's going to be using your gun. So the cool thing about that is you can pretty much convert anything into a combo, like pretty much anything you do. Like let me show you an example. Let's make Kai jump at us, and just like that we have a combo. We can even make it simpler and just use nothing but the punches and the gun, and just like that we have a combo. So let's get into Happy Chaos's individual buttons. First, we'll go over Happy Chaos's punches. Now we got the crouching punch, which starts as a good way to tick throw because it's very fast. The recovery is fast, so it's like the regular punches for everybody else. But yeah, good option for a tick throw. And also, if you feel the need to mash out of a situation, then crouch punch is the way to go. Now for standing punch, we can use that if our opponent is doing a lot of jump dashes like so. We can use that as our anti-air. And we could make it even better. We could do a 6S afterwards, or a kick and then a 6S. Or we can just do steady aim and get our 3 hits there. Or for maximum damage, we can overdrive afterwards. And as for our 6P, I would use that if your opponent's jumping from high, like something like that. Then you can just prepare for it, and then you can counter like so. But also, like the 6P, you can do steady aim afterwards, and even overdrive afterwards. That one's not gonna land, I don't think, yeah. So I'm getting faked out by the own buttons I said. So just do a little, make sure he's high enough, and then do your overdrive afterwards. So yeah, you have some pretty effective combos to anti-air with. Next up, we're going over slash. Now, close slash is just like every other slash. Nothing new. You can cancel into other stuff. So typical close slash stuff. Now, our far slash, I typically would avoid using this move right here, as it's very unsafe on block. Well, not even just on block, it's also unsafe on hit. So let me show you here. We'll have to do a crouching slash. So I do a close slash and block down, I can block. I do that with far slash, I get hit. So avoid using your far slash if possible. Next up, we have our 6 slash. Now this is my favorite button for Happy Chaos. Like, it also hits high, so it has a pretty high hitbox. So if your opponent is like just at the beginning of his jump, or just a little higher than that, he will get hit. So if you think about opponents like Eno, who kind of go, like, kind of floats towards you, it's perfect for that. Because if you time it right, you'll hit before her, and then you get a nice little counter. And also, just like I said before with Happy Chaos, you can convert with it with the gun. Just a nice little flex combo right there. Or you can do something more practical. But yes, I definitely, if you're about to win, just do the flex combo. Just use the gun, because it looks way cooler. Now, the one problem with 6S is that it can be low profiled. So if your opponent's throwing out sweeps, we will get hit. Or I could we do the slide for Kai. We'll get hit by that every time. So if that's how we're approaching, the opponent is probably going to figure that out and try to low profile it. So that's where our crouching slash comes into play. So our 6 slash is not working. So we switch to our crouching slash and we get the counter hit. And what we could do from there is we could do our steady aim, get a fairly easy combo off of that. And we can add the overdrive in there like before, like previously, which does a pretty big chunk of damage. That's half their health right there, for at least for Kai. Also what we could do, let me try to get that counter again. We just do a combo afterwards. Because the counter lasts long, so we get to whip out the gun and send him flying high. If he'll get countered again. My timing's off. And he'll fly high, which gives us time to roll towards him and then do a combo afterwards. So let's say we hit our crouching slash and we get our hit and we do our steady aim, but we find that it's not a counter hit. What do we do after that? And let's say it just gets blocked. And we also don't want our opponent to just run at us and hit us while we have the steady aim out, right? So what I want you to do is to shoot. As soon as you see it lock on, just shoot it and then do a roll. Just like you would do for the combo if you landed the first steady shot hit. So do the same process. Shoot, roll, and then shoot again with the regular gun to keep the pressure going, even though he's blocking. And then we can run up and grab him. We can just attack afterwards, keep the pressure going. Or we could even do something, we can even make it even better and just like roll behind him or something. And do something like that. So even if the steady shot gets blocked, we have our options to make sure we don't lose our pressure. So let's say he does get hit by the crouching slash and it's still not a counter hit, but it just hits normally. Now we can do the same process, so we don't have to switch anything. We can roll and shoot our shot and still do our combos afterwards. And if you're sure that it's gonna hit, then you don't even have to do the rolling shot. Just combo normally. Next up, we have the kicks. Now our kick can go into our 2D, our low kick can go into 2D, our close slash can go into 2D, but the same thing can be said for our 6K. So if we do a forward and a kick, it'll do that. So we can do that with a low kick, standing kick, slash kick, and I believe it to be the better option. Now here are some combos we can do with our 5K into 6K. Next up, let's talk about our heavy slash. A heavy slash is the gun, and if we pull it out and start immediately firing, our first shots will miss. So you want to wait for the target to focus on your opponent a little bit. As soon as you see it get smaller, then you can begin to shoot, and you see it going into his body. So if your opponent is waiting for you, like let's say you're jumping and they're waiting to anti-air you, as long as they stay in the same spot, the target will focus on them. So you can have a safe landing if they, well, that's if in the case they don't move. And once we hit one shot, then it will still be focused on our opponent, and we can hit as many times as we want. Or even if we hit our opponent, then every shot after that will hit our opponent. So we get a hit in any way, and the rest of the bullets will follow no matter how fast you hit the button. Now, a cool thing to do is if you want to apply the pressure from afar, you can shoot from afar and run. And so we're keeping pressure from across the screen. And we can even combo into that if all the shots are landing. Or you can just space them out and then go for a grab. Now, last thing about the gun, we can cancel our aim. So if for some reason we have our gun out, we can put it away by hitting down and heavy slash. Now, because remember, if you have your gun out, you will be able to get hit by your opponent. You're unable to block while your gun is out. So be sure to put that thing away if you're looking to block your opponent. Now, also with cancel aim, we can extend our combos, as you saw with the previous kick combos. Okay, I'll show you. We can't do our ready aim again. Our ready aim being this move right here, which is our knockup. We can't do it a second time if we have our gun out. So we want to cancel our aim. As soon as I can get it. And then do it again. So that way we can extend our combo that way. So let's say you want to roll behind your opponent and it resets the combo counter, which could lead to a fresh new combo, right? But you already have your gun out, so you're gonna want to put it away. So let's show you. I'll show you an example here. So we switch our sides, which resets the combo counter. But we already have our gun out when we switch the switch sides, so we want to put it away so that we can start a whole new combo and do more damage. Lastly, I want to go over the dust attacks. Now we have the sweep here, which I said is always better to cancel into your forward kick as opposed to doing the dust. But sometimes it's not bad to just throw it out there, like, especially if you're used to it, because all the other characters do it. So like, it happens in my case too, where I'm just throwing it out instead of the forward kick. So you can do a combo like that. And that should do some pretty decent damage. And also, if you don't always have to combo after it, if you're just looking for a hard knockdown, then that's your go-to. And as for our dust attack, it serves as a good overhead. Well, I wouldn't call it a good overhead, but it is an overhead. But we can combo into it. So as long as you get your hit and time it at the right time to shoot your gun as soon as it connects, then they will go into the air, which you can combo. So you don't even have to use another bullet for it. But beware, because this move has a very bad range to it. So you kind of want to be sliding into them as you do it. So run into them. And it will connect some of the times. But yeah, be very wary of it. What I do is I just wait for the opponent. I just time it up with the opponent getting up. And then I just use it raw and just do the combos afterwards. Next up, we're going to go over the air normals. Now we'll start with our jumping kick. Nothing really special, has a good range to it, comes out fast. I like to use it for if I know my opponent is about to jump at me, so I can kick him twice and follow up like that. You can even use a slash also. And then you can keep the combo going because you have a gun. Next, we have our jumping punches. They function like the other jump punches in the game, so nothing too crazy here. Except, you know, as you saw at the beginning of the video, you can follow up by doing pretty much anything after you use your gun. Next, we have our jumping slash. Nothing too special, but we'll use it as our primary jump-in tool. Unless we are using our jumping dust attack, which is our attack that goes behind us. So if we're jumping in and they're behind us, that's what we will use. And before I move on to the next button, with Happy Chaos you can be pretty creative and just create a combo out of pretty much any situation. So even if you're attacking backwards doing the air dust attack, you can combo off of that. Something just like that. Lastly, we have our 2K, which is our last air normal, which we can hop off our opponent's heads multiple times. So we do a little combo like that. And in the corner. So the trick with that is just to basically after each hit, we just shoot the gun. That way we can keep it flowing as a combo. And also, let's say you have your back to the wall and you somehow manage to get out. You do a little something like that. You know, like, because you can dash backwards. So after you jump off their head, dash backwards and hold on. Then come down with a slash and get a wall splat, assuming your opponent doesn't block these. Next up, we have our special attacks. We have our at the ready, fire, and cancel. I think it's called cancel aim. At the ready, fire, cancel aim. Yes, so cancel aim. So I've basically already gone over these, but one thing I did not mention is that if you do the combos where you take your gun out and you do it and then you put it away and then you bring out the at the ready again. Every time you bring out at the ready to extend your combo, that's another bullet that you don't have to use. That's a time where you don't have your gun out so your concentration stays low. So if you want to do your cancel aim and then you do your at the ready again, you'll save on resources. So there's that. Next we have steady aim. Now steady aim, when the target gets tinier, it does more damage and it knocks the opponent even higher. But when it just goes on them and it's a little bigger, your opponent won't fly that high. Now when you have a curse mark on them, your shots are guaranteed to hit every time. You don't even have to let it aim at all. So because if you just do it outright, I say it's like a 50-50 chance. So yeah, looks like it's hitting more than often now. But yeah, I say it's like a 50-50 chance. So get that curse mark on them and just throw it out. It's a guaranteed hit. The cool thing about steady aim is that you can cancel into pretty much every special move, including overdrives. So you can shoot a shot and charge your concentration, or you can reload afterwards, or you can just roll or clone. Pretty much everything. You can even do your curse out of it, right? And another cool thing is you can reload in between bullets and then carry on the combo. So you get two shots but lose one bullet because you reloaded a bullet in between shots. Now here are some steady aim combos. And lastly, steady aim drains concentration very fast, so be aware of that. And also take note that you cannot block while in this stance. Next up we have reload. Let's empty out the gun. As you can see, he reloads very quickly. So although it reloads quickly, most likely opponents are going to try to keep pressure on you. So you want to know the right time to do it. You're not vulnerable very long if you're reloading. So like if you see, then I was in the middle of reloading and he still wasn't able to hit me. So you're not that unsafe as you do it, but there are better times to reload. Like perhaps you can have a clone in front of you and you can like look out for the anti-air while like reloading, and but my favorite time to reload is after a wall splat. So let's wall splat our Kai here. if I can combo right. So you see that I got 3 bullets into my gun before I was able to knock him over to the other side. That way, when I got to the next platform, I had all 6 bullets inside my gun. So that's what you want to aim for. From what I've tested, you're always able to get at least 3 bullets in there. So most combos will take like 3 to 2 bullets. So you should, every time you knock them through the wall, whether you use your overdrive or you're refilling or if you're reloading manually, you should always have a full clip when you get over to the next, or a full magazine I should say, when you get over to the next platform. Now next up we have is focus. Now focus is you could say it's the same as reload, except you're more vulnerable. You're way more vulnerable, to be exact. See, I did that a long time ago and I still got countered. So it lasts very long, and it refills your concentration, so at times you're gonna have to use it, especially if you want to hold out your gun, because if the meter goes overboard and it goes red, then you're not able to pull out your gun at all. So, but you can still charge your focus when you get the wall splat. I'm sorry, you fulfill your concentration. So, just like that. One last thing I want to say about focus before I move on is, well, let's take steady aim here for a second. You see I can shoot 3 bullets there. Now if I use focus first, how about I not miss it? I can shoot multiple times. That's 5 shots right there. So if I use focus, it's kind of like you see like if you look at the concentration meter, you see it looks normal. After you use focus, you see a little fire above the heart, and that's when you know you can fire multiple shots. And that works for the regular gun too. You just load every single bullet and still have concentration left over. Next up, we have our roll. Now, as you see with roll, we can do a side switch, and we can shoot our gun afterwards. But it's good to hit your opponent first, because like, if you use just roll without hitting your opponent first, you just miss every time. Even with the curse, I believe. No, so when you have the curse, it does hit. But even with the roll, you just want to attack first anyways. It just works better for you. And when you do that, you can combo right off of the shot, as you can see. And yeah, roll's really just for a side switch and combo extensions. And that's about it to that move. Next up, we have Scapegoat. Now it takes some of our health to use, but even though we use it and we lose health, it will not kill us. So when you're about to die, you might as well just spam this move. Spam it as much as you can, because it will not kill you, and it's very effective. And I'll show you how it's effective. We can be right in front of the clone. We can be behind the clone. Well, hold on. Getting better. So as long as our clone is in front of us, and they're not hitting from above and they're hitting just in front, we are protected. But even if, as long as the clone is in the range of the attack, oh, I waited too long, we won't get hit. So you can see the opportunities this can create for you, and you can get some pretty easy combos off of this. If your opponent is swinging at you, as long as it's in the range of the clone, you will not get hit. So this move is very strong. And our last special move is Curse. When we use this, we jump backwards, which makes it effective, so we can cancel our stuff into it too, if that's what you're looking to do. And I know I've said it before, but your steady aim will never miss as long as they're cursed. So you can throw it out and just do it immediately. It won't miss at all. And with a regular gun, the aim will be more accurate a lot quicker, especially if you're jumping and you're going for like side switches or something. This is perfect for that. Next, we have our overdrives. Now we have super focus, which will refill our concentration to full, and also allow our concentration to drain a lot slower. As you can see, you had a little fiery symbol above it. And also, and the other meter are bullets for our other, I believe it's Deus Ex Machina, it's called. Yep. Now, when we use all our bullets, well, you also have to have concentration too. But you get all your bullets hit back when you use Deus Ex Machina. So if you're sending your opponent through the wall, you'll just know that you will have full bullets when they end up on the other side. And also note that this will hit your opponent wherever they are. They can be above you, behind you, in front of you. As long as you use this, it'll hit exactly where they are. So if they're not blocking, they will get hit. Next, I want to show you a combo that could bring our opponent all the way to the other side of the screen while pulling them through the wall at the same time. Just like that. Now, I know most of the combos I've done with Happy Chaos have started from the middle of the screen and ended with a wall splat. But it's not that hard to get wall splats or to send your opponent through the wall with Happy Chaos, because you can finish your combo with a kick and a forward slash and then do a Deus Machina afterwards. So like, you just judge your distance from the wall, from where you are currently and where the wall is, and then just finish your combo like that. And that should send them flying and get your opponent through the wall. So I'll give you an example here. As long as it ends like that, you should be able to send them through the wall. And then you'll get more meter because of that, and then just keep it going. And it's good to spend your meter, because whenever you spend your meter, at least to use an overdrive, you get your meters back. Just my final thoughts on Happy Chaos. Well, at least when it comes to doing his combos, they're pretty much all done the same. It just depends on the situation you're in. You're either looking for a kick and a forward kick, or a kick and a forward slash for pretty much everything, and you just shoot your gun between, and that's basically all his combos. So I'll show you. I mean, I know you've seen them already, but yeah, it's just they're pretty much all the same, just like that. Just the kick, forward kick, and the kick, forward slash, and you just know when to use what and when to shoot your gun between. So don't try to make them too difficult in your head. Like, the hardest thing that there is to do for combo wise is if you have your gun out and you're putting your gun away to whip it back out to get the knockup. But other than that, the combos are not that hard to do. It's just kick, forward kick, guns, and then kick, forward slash, and that's it. And last thing, don't forget, be sure to keep an eye on your meter. Always know how many bullets you have and how much concentration is left before you start to about to be too aggressive on your opponent. You don't want to start trying to go into block strings and you have no bullets left, because that can be pretty dangerous. So you want to be able to finish your combos, and even if you just do something simple, just reload afterwards. You know, you just send them up, you just sweep them down, reload afterwards, you know. Always keep the bullets inside, because with concentration, at least it will come back by itself. So if you're guarding, it'll come back. But bullets aren't going to come back unless you put them in manually. So keep an eye on your meter. Always keep an eye on your meter. And you don't always have to be super aggressive. Sure, you can keep being aggressive like so, and doing your bullets in between, and they can't find openings. But if that's not working for you, you can have your opponent try to come to you by playing from a range. So just throw a curse on them and start shooting from afar, and then just overdrive between those, and you get some pretty big damage from that. Look, just from that, that's like what, 60% of his health. So yeah, switch up between close up and long range. You don't gotta fight a single way. And that is my guide to Happy Chaos. If I learn anything new, I will make another video for it. Leave a like if this video has helped you in any way, and subscribe for daily fighting game content. Thanks for watching.